Wolverine traveling to Japan was fun. Maybe in the sequel he can visit China. Hi guys, I want to talk about the Wolverine, the latest X-Men movie, and the second solo Wolverine movie starring Hugh Jackman again. This is a sequel/spin-off to X-Men The Last Stand, but it's still a standalone movie, its own thing. The premise is Logan/Wolverine is a hermit. He's living out in the Canadian wilderness. He's a broken man. He doesn't want to live anymore. He travels to Japan to see an old acquaintance. He loses his healing ability and he must protect the guy's granddaughter from the Yakuza who wants her dead for whatever reason. I'm not a huge X-Men fan, but I was still excited for this. I understand why some hate The Last Stand and Origins Wolverine. I feel they're both decent, or rather, The Last Stand is decent and Origins Wolverine is mediocre. Yeah, it's the worst of the series. It's disappointing. I've seen it twice and I mildly want to see it again. Maybe I actually hate it. I've seen several movies that I thought were decent at first and later on I realized they were bad. And yeah, maybe Origins Wolverine is actually a piece of shit. You know, I'm not a huge X-Men fan, but I do enjoy a few of the movies. I like the first one, the second one, and First Class. Like, maybe 30 million people. I fucking hate X-Men Origins Wolverine. It's the absolute worst of the bunch. It can kiss my fucking asshole! The latest movie, the Wolverine, it may not be even close to being the worst. It may not be as bad as Origins Wolverine, but it still sucks. Origins Wolverine is dog shit, and the Wolverine is rotten fruit. I mean, yeah, no one likes it, but it's not as bad. I mean, it's tolerable, I guess. Well, my point is, it's less bad. Origins Wolverine is like, oh, I don't know, over the top, and the Wolverine is like hard to kill. This movie may not be groundbreaking or unique, but it's still fun, it's still enjoyable. It's also badass and smart. When I say fun, I don't mean it's lighthearted, it's still very serious. And also, when I say intense, I don't just mean the action. This movie certainly pushes the PG-13 rating a bit because there's a little blood, not a lot. There are a few or several bloody claws shots. I heard there will be an R-rated cut on the Blu-ray. I'm sure I'll watch that. There isn't a lot of action movies with strong acting and strong plots. This is a major exception. The acting is good, not just Hugh Jackman. This movie has a real plot. There's more going on than Wolverine kicking ass and some person, man or woman crying about spilled milk or losing weed. Yeah, the action is intense, badass. I'm really not surprised. There's a bullet train sequence. I'm sure it was partially digital. There's no way it could have been done 100% real. It reminds me of the train sequence in the first Mission Impossible movie. I like the fact Wolverine is a normal guy for most of the movie. He really had to struggle. He really gets hurt in this movie, and without spoiling anything, even after he gets his healing ability back, he still gets his ass kicked. If you like this movie, that's great. I understand why some like it, and it's not the worst of the series. That's, I don't know, cheerful? Whatever. I know some people will agree with me on this. The plot was so damn confusing, I was concerned my brain would explode. That's kind of like blowing up some guy's head in the microwave. Maybe some people feel the action is ass or boring. Well, I'm pleased to say the action is good, it's thrilling, it's intense, it's brutal. However, there are two major flaws with the action. The first action scene, the funeral attack scene, has some shaky cam. The scene was good, but it was kind of ruined. Why the shaky cam was there, I don't know, and I don't really give a shit. The other flaw is, after Wolverine lost his healing ability, he wasn't exactly vulnerable. He was only somewhat vulnerable. He got shot like 7 times. That's hardly a spoiler. And he was still able to move around and fight fine. But, well, of course, he still got his ass kicked a little more than usual. But I thought he would be more vulnerable than that. One of the villains of Viper was Shirley, a cheesy villain. She really reminded me of Poison Ivy. She really wasn't threatening at all. I mean, anyone can easily run up to her and punch her in the mouth. Oh! Oh! Now why did I do that? Well, I really should stop this charade. I like it. I feel it's the best X-Men movie there is so far. It's a fun movie. Well, it's dark, but it's entertaining. It's thrilling. One of the villains, the Viper, was a cheesy villain. She reminded me of Poison Ivy. Maybe a lot of people were annoyed by that. Was the actress horrible? No, she was fine. The character was very flat or one-dimensional, if you will, and she really wasn't threatening at all. I read Hugh Jackman say this movie will really explore the idea of Wolverine being in a different country, learning about a different culture. He wasn't lying, but he was exaggerating. Well, I'm enjoying this movie. I'm glad I saw it. If you hate it, that's fine. It's certainly way better than Origins Wolverine. What rating shall I give it? I give it a B. I will definitely watch it again. I don't know if I'll own it. I don't feel like owning any of the X-Men movies. Well, I hope you enjoyed this review, and talk to you later.